Hi, my name is Katie White, and I have lost £2 today at Slimming World. I have been going for the last 2 weeks, and I feel that I'm actually making progress with what I am doing, and each week I get more and more incentive to lose weight, and the group that I am with is Eon, and that's in Greenland. I find each time I come to her group that everyone, and I mean everyone, is really willing to help you. I mean, this morning I went there, and we had this haste testing, and some person actually brought in a certain type of sausage to have, and it was interesting because it had little bits of onion in it, and it had something else, and it was really nice and really tasty. I think when it comes to losing weight, you have to have the incentive to keep going. And even if you have put on a tiny pound, in your head you can go away thinking it's okay. I know what I did wrong, and I know how to correct that for next time. So I think with a group, you have to encourage each other. You have to, help each other and give each other tips, and instead of people out there giving us names or whatever, how much work you have done, how much you have put into it, and as long as you feel fit and healthy, sod them, because you need to be happy at the end of the day. You need to be happy with the body that you are in. If you're not, then there are lots of groups, as I've just mentioned, myself included, and usually there is a Weight Watchers or a Slimming World near you, because they actually make it these days more available for you to actually go, and I would encourage anybody to go, because there's no restrictions. You can have naughty treats here and there, as long as you get back on that diet and you get on your plan. It's like shopping, for example. Never ever go shopping when you are hungry. Tip number 1, definitely, because then you pick up all the wrong foods. So it's I thought I was going to sneeze then. That would have been bad. Oh, But if you if you are sensible, and which is what I've learned, if you forward plan your meals, like what you are gonna have, and I find that helps you. Well, it helps me stick to it, stick with the foods that I am going to pick up. I have learnt, especially in the summer, because it gets hot, if you have lots of water, that helps to speed your weight loss too. Yes, exercise is important. It is important, but not as much as the eating. Get the eating nailed first, and then go to the exercise, because what exercise actually does is it hones it. Like, say for example, if you've eaten all the right foods but you do have a little bit of a stomach, it just means you do a couple of press ups or sit ups each morning, even if it's only 10. Even if it's only 10, it does not have to be 30 in the morning, 30 in the evening. As long as it's a little something to help you feel good about yourself as well. What I find is, because I am a picker, especially late at night when I'm sat down watching the TV. So instead of having hot toast, because that's it with me, have oil a couple of hard boiled eggs and eat them. I mean, obviously don't eat them too much or you'd end up being constipated, but I find when I pick, I tend to go for something hot. So what I've tended to do is I've bought some chicken legs. I've cooked it, taken all the skin off. So come late at night when I'm gonna pick, I'll be and it actually to me feels like it's a naughty treat, but it's not. It's healthy. It's free food. I wouldn't. So this is just me. I would encourage anyone to go to Weight Watchers. I think with Weight Watchers, if you enjoy your red, then definitely go there, because I think they actually do something where you incorporate bread into your diet. So that's worth knowing. And also what I tend to do is this diet, which I am on, is called an orange free food diet. And I have gone to lots of Slimming World clubs in the past, and basically I think they did a green diet or a red diet, and I think that just depended on your personality or your tastes, especially with people who love to eat meat. But these days there's no, and wait a second, so if you were to go on the green diet, you could only have half of your salmon or something, but these days with this diet that I'm actually doing, all you need to do is like take off the fat. That's it. With your bacon, meats that come with fat on, put it off. Don't be tempted to eat it, because I know I have. But if you are serious and you have it in your head that you need to get down to a weight or a certain size, do what you can, how you can. Some people have a huge weight loss, but then some people have a gradual weight loss each week, and that's okay too. It's how our own bodies work. But if you are taking the steps to become healthy, because these days people are, especially your mom or your dad or someone close to you, they tend to say, you are getting a bit overweight. I mean, my mom will actually tell it to me straight, getting a bit porky there. I'm like, shut up, I don't want to know, because that is not a confidence way to go. It's just going to depress the hell out of me, and I'm going to think, well, she's a son of a, So at the same time, especially if you are a concerned mom or dad or family member, go to them with concern about their health rather than the pounds on the scales, because then you can understand more. Also, talking about that, what you need to do is you have to be kind or firm. Don't go, oh well, can't you be more like your sister? Your sister has more of a nice body. Or don't compare. It's the worst thing people do, is they compare. And if you are me, I'm going to think, well, that's not going to do my self-esteem any good at all. And I really think that the self-esteem and self-worth at the same time are very fragile, because it's easy to knock someone's confidence. Well, it depends on the person, but if someone is saying, I don't have a problem, sometimes, yes, they are in a little mental bit of denial. It's not helpful, or at that moment in time, it's more easier to put your head in the sand and try and block out anyone who is trying to undermine you and your looks and your body. At the end of the day, and this is what I would say, yourself. You have to ask yourself, are you happy? Are you really happy? Is this the size or weight that you want to be. Because if the answer to that is, well, perhaps I could diet, perhaps I could lose just a bit, then you know yourself at the same time that you could stand to lose a couple of pounds. Because at the end of the day, you have to be healthy. Well, you don't have to be, but if you can tell yourself that you're healthy and happy, those are the two main things, yes. But, and I shall let you into a little secret, I have a couple of friends of mine who are overweight, quite large, and any time anyone has ever had to, you know, like insult them. I'm just looking at the time here, seeing how much I have left. But if anyone has insulted them, they have gone away for like a couple of hours and they've been really angry and upset. So I think that